Y probably we're gonna switch to English. So if you're gonna see that blog, I think that blog is gonna be in English because we are going to talk with people now. Philip, nice to meet you. Well,
Nice
first
to
of
meet
all,
you.
thank you so much for accepting this. I know it's weird.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just curious about the whole situation when I was doing research about, because I do a lot of filmmaking and photography for nightlife in my country.
Yeah.
So when doing research for this, I noticed that it was like illegal basically to take
Yeah.
pictures. So I'm just wondering, like, maybe my first question would be, why do you think that is illegal besides maybe people protecting their privacy, or what else can you tell me about it?
I think it's for so many people, queer people and people, they are different in any kind of ways, are a safe space. And I think it's a kind of freedom that the people wanted to feel it. And I think mobile phones are borrow inside, and I think it's a good thing for a bit to forget the stuff with the I want to take pictures from it and something like this, and only feel the moment and the vibe inside. And yeah, I think for all of us it's so much more comfortable when nobody can film or make pictures inside. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, doing questions with friends I have living here, they tell me that also the fact that you know that no one is recording kind of give you a liberation aspect, like a living the moment kind of thing related with what you are saying, like that the party experience get better just by it, right? Just by
When you don't
yeah, when you
take your phone or something.
exactly, when people are not recording it or people are not.
Yeah, I think so, because often the intention is to film anything or make pictures from anything that you don't. When you look in the future to this, you want to remember the moment. But I think often don't stay really in this moment because you do all this stuff around. So, and I think it's so much more important and a longer feeling when you stay in the moment and feel the vibe, as when you look a picture in 1 year or a video. So it's so much, you have so much more. I think the most of the people, I think, have so much more from it when you think about what kind of feeling I have when I'm there, and maybe what kind of feeling I don't feel before when I go to a club. So
I see.
and I think the different question is why it's important for people to make pictures or videos inside. So
Okay,
this is,
that's a counter question.
Yeah.
Well, for myself, for instance, I'm a lover of music. I think that
Yeah.
documenting it can enhance the experience. Also, I think that as a photographer myself, I see that the artistic value on it, of course, like, you know, documented the scenery. There are, of course, things like the ones we are experiencing that we will not like to recording. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I feel that that's also important because it can show the reality of it. And sometimes hiding stuff is not the best. I'm not particularly talking about clubbing, but
Yeah.
hiding an issue is not a way to get rid of it. So I think that documenting it can be also a tool for giving perspective around what is going on and what we can do to improve it.
You mean only in the way from music, or
No, for the music, the night scene, the drugs.
Yeah.
I wanted to know a little bit about the dress code and why the dress code is so like intense. As well, why I have heard that, for instance, we are in front of the BERGHAIN, just to give our viewers context. For instance, I have heard that BERGHAIN is one of the more strict ones in what becomes that even you have to be like quiet before you enter. You have to be really careful with what you say or what you do before you enter. I have heard that. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
sure.
think about it?
It's completely wrong in the winters. I go here, I think since 8 years, and 1-2 times in a month, and I'm never rejected. And I think the dress code, the meters are all black, everything, and I think I think the bouncers see when you have an authentic style. So, and maybe it's helpful when you have a bit kind of different style. So, and I think that the quietness or something else is completely wrong. So I think normal say hi, and just normal say hi, that's also persons. And I think when you stand in front of the bouncers completely shy or something quiet, they think, oh my god, maybe when you stand in front of the door so completely shy, maybe then what is in the club, what is there, then it's not a good idea for you when you see this kind of stuff when you're in front of the door.
What I understand is that
Yeah.
maybe they kind of filter the people so they can ensure that the people inside are some way.
You mean from the style?
Yeah, not only for the side, but the attitude of what they do before they enter.
Yeah, what they do before they enter, I can say it directly, but it's often when I stand in the queue and I see how people reject and how people let it in. Yeah, from time to time it makes you can see a weird picture why these people are in or out. That's completely different styles. From Saturday to Sunday, the night is also completely different.
Do you
So
think
many
that I can
tours.
enter with this fit?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can enter with the fit.
Yeah.
Okay, for context, I'm wearing like a denim jacket and black shorts, so nothing,
no.
not really
I
like
think
a
it's
dance or techno fit.
Yeah, but I think it looks, for me, it looks that you love what you have it on. So
I do,
And
for sure.
I think when you see in Saturday to Sunday the night, and a lot of tourists are here, all people in the queue completely black, and this is so normal black outfit. So and you see the people take it the clothes on because they wanted to get in, so and everyone looks the same.
I see.
And you see no authentic and individual. It's a lot of talk about individuals, so and I think yeah.
All right. So let's see. And what else can you tell me about the scene itself? So you told me you have been here for 8 years. You have been going to different clubs here in Berlin for 8 years.
Yeah.
So you're a fantastic subject for my documenting, and that's lovely. I appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what can you tell me about the scene? What do you tell me? What can you tell me the best thing about them? About the scene itself, like people from Berlin, about the tourists that come to the clubs. The good things, the bad, and the worst. Like, can you give me the spectrum?
I think the best thing is that nobody judge anything, everyone for anything. You can do whatever you want when you don't disrespectful to other people. So, and nobody look when people fisting on the floor, an example. So nobody look at there. It's all for maybe, of course, it's not for all normal, but everyone.
Is there a lot of fisting
do
in
it.
the floor in the club?
From time to time, see. And I think what is not a really good thing, it's the people think they are so, specifically in Berghain, I think, the Berlin techno people, so many people think they are so special and so individual. And
The
I think-
ego.
What?
The ego.
Yeah, and
I
I
see.
think, oh my God, why is this important for you? So when we are in, you're not special or something else. All people they are in then are special, so it makes no sense. And I think enjoy the night and don't, when you have thought the feeling that you wanted to look at your individual thing, then you're not completely
You're not
agree
connected.
with
You're not
yourself.
connected.
Yeah.
You're with yourself.
And a really bad thing, it's when I see from 8 years to now with drug use in BERGHAIN, it's really so many people take G. I don't know.
What is G?
GBL. It's
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's.
We can look it up, and when I
it's
edit,
liquid ecstasy.
as a liquid
people
ecstasy. I
use
see.
it for people, something else, but.
All right.
Here the people take it because when you make a good dose, you feel high from it. So
I see.
And this,
This is dangerous.
It's dangerous. I take it also, but it's dangerous, and the people, it's getting crazy. Like you see this guy on the street.
Yeah.
He was completely on G. So
I see.
He
was nuts. He was nuts. He was, well, I don't know if we capture it, but he was like completely out of his mind. Yeah.
I see when he was in, the bouncers bring him out. So and yeah, the drug use, it's crazy.
Well, that's actually my next question. So we jump out. So as a drug, I'm a drug user as well. I haven't done hard drugs for quite a while. My new drug is going places with my camera.
Yeah,
that's,
nice.
That's my new drug. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, it's way healthier. I'm still a
Of
little bit
course.
of an alcoholic. So, for instance, I've drank like 12 beers today. But I mean, I'm okay. I'm not like losing myself up or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I'm sorry. Let me go back to the question.
Yeah.
So, about the drug use, has a drug abuser, a drug user, however you consider yourself, do you think that it will be better if there is some sort of control, or if there is something that you may change about the drug use, the way they sell it, the way it's distributed, or anything related with the drug in the clubs that you could make better?
They control very strict before you go in. Make body check and look really in every in every thing in your bag. But of course, the people do it where they don't find it. So, and it's,
Sure. They put in the ass or whatever.
I think apart from this kind of partying, I think that drugs are normal, and yeah, I think it's not. It means not in a bad way. So. I think people go on completely when they drunk on a party, then gives people they go with drugs on a party. For me, it's now really different. I think the question is, what ask yourself, you have a control about your drug use, and the thing is, what I think, it's so, because everyone take it, that it became so normal. But everyone use it, and it's so normal to stay up for 2 or 3 days because never everyone do it. So, and I think that you that in your brain is not normal and it's unhealthy and it's worse. It's an addiction then. So, and I think it's also normal that. You think about your real life and what you want from real life, and I think this is not BERGHAIN and drugs.
I see.
Hard.
Sure. So we are already in 50 minutes. I don't want to know you more. I just want to make some 3 maybe final questions, and that's it. First, can I have your age?
28.
28. And also, do you have anything that you will recommend to people that are struggling with drugs? What do you have anything to recommend them?
I think struggling with the drug problem, the first thing is to say yourself, maybe it is a problem, and say to yourself, it is not a problem, that is a problem. So it is, you can change this, and I think
that there is always a space for change. That there is always a,
yeah, I think it's the biggest or hardest step is that you don't lie to yourself and say really to you when you are honest. maybe it is a problem. So, and I think this is the hardest step. And after it, feel no shame and do the process.
Do the
in
work to get
this-
better, yeah.
Yeah, and do a process in which way you want. So, and maybe this person's are this good, for other people is this good. And I think it's also okay when people say, I have a problem and I don't want to change right now. So, and I take it right now.
All right.
I think always support people what they wanted to do, and help is not, I think, what you think it's the best. Ask people what kind of help they need.
All right, and just one last question. Do you have anything, I don't know, what is your purpose in life? What motivates you? Something positive? Well,
I finished my master right now, and I work in a jail right now in a criminal forensic psychology, and this is my motivation, and it makes a lot of. I have the feeling that I can do what I want, and I feel very privileged in this because it feels not work. It feels that I really can do what I want to do, and this makes me really happy.
great. I love your outfit, by the way. I'm a
Thank
fashion
you.
photographer,
Thanks.
so you catch my eye because of that.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you so much.
I thank you, and I wish you one.
Hello,
So we have these three beautiful gentlemen here. Can I have your names, please?
Ben. Tim. Mason.
Great, thank you so much, guys. So, once again, I'm documenting a little bit about the scene here in Berlin, the night scene. We are next to the famous BERGHAIN building, and well, I would just firstly wanted to know why do you think that is so taboo or illegal to document inside clubs here in Berlin?
Because a lot of shit goes on in there that I feel like they don't want people to see, and also you want to keep it exclusive as well.
You gotta keep it exclusive, like.
It keeps the hype.
I think it keeps that culture of the traditional Berlin night scene. They don't want anyone to document what's going on inside the club.
I see. All right. What do you think about the dress code? I have seen that if you are dressed in some type of way,
Yeah.
you might not be able to enter. For instance, do you think that I may be able to enter?
Honestly, I think it truthfully doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you wear. It's completely off vibe.
Yeah.
They look at you, and it does. I don't think it matters what you're wearing. It's their initial judgment off of you. I don't think it matters what you're wearing. It's a yes or no off of the initial vibe they're getting from you.
I think they can read if you're trying too hard. Like it's not really a specific dress code. It's purely off of the way they feel about you.
And it might look like we're trying too hard. We must be trying too hard.
I think
Well-
we tried too hard.
I think we did.
They didn't allow you to in?
We got
No.
waves straight
Okay.
through.
Hey,
I see.
would we be talking to you if we got in?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a good question. That's a good thing, right? So let's see. Yeah, I think that you're the second guys that let me interview you, and the first guy told me the same. Like, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing, but a little bit about what you do before you enter, or what's your vibe about you enter. Why do you think that that's also important for the bouncer or for the club owners to kind of filter out the vibe of the people?
I think it's really based on the capacity of the club as well. I think we're coming on like the later end of the weekends, so it's now Monday morning.
Yeah.
They'll be going from Friday evening,
Yeah.
so they're probably at their max capacity, and it's like trying to get into a festival last minute. They don't want us in there anymore.
That's it. I agree with that, but I also think they want to keep the exclusivity of it as well. So I think it gets to a point where you wave most people through because you want to keep that almost illusion of exclusivity. You want to make sure that the people in there, I can see that red window and I really
Oh,
want to
it's
be in
looking
there
good,
so
isn't
bad.
it?
It looks fucking quality. The lights just
Yeah,
going
you
out.
see the lights
It looks
going. It's
so
part
good.
of the illusion.
I see. So it's a little bit about the mystique,
Yeah,
the
oh,
mystique of it.
100%.
They keep
Uh-huh.
the level high, and they keep the level of interest high because there's the lack of knowledge about what goes on inside.
Ah, okay, okay, that's a
Well,
good
you
in.
just
That's a
look at
good
how
in.
many taxis are waiting
Yeah.
here because they know how many people's are going to get turned down.
They're waiting for people to get turned away and go home.
People like
So,
us.
well, you may also think that might be like a business thing too, as well. No.
I think so.
I
All right.
Definitely a business thing.
It's
Yeah.
been
Alright.
going on for like decades now.
Yeah.
Because it's
a
the most
business.
it's the most exclusive nightclub in the world, essentially. Because they turn away people with money, they turn away people with followers. It doesn't matter.
All right, pretty good. Thank you. The next question, I have a few more. If
Yeah,
you,
keep going,
great.
keep going, keep going.
So, what can you tell me like the best thing about maybe not the BERGHAIN but the whole Berlin night scene? The best thing about it, and the worst. So maybe one thing each other.
I'd say personally, it's very inclusive. So it doesn't matter where you're from, what demographic, what age, what ethnicity. Very open to accepting most people for the nightclub scene. Where in most countries that's not the case usually.
All right, that's a good thing. A good thing.
Yeah, I would say something similar. Like everywhere you go, everyone's happy to have you. I mean, apart from this place. But you can always find a place for you.
Like, for instance, Stressor, Watergate,
See, that's-
Kit Kat.
We're gonna try that next. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some luck there. But we love the Berlin scene. It's very inclusive. It's very fun. No matter how much it is all spread out, we're having a really good time.
Great.
And we can't wait to have a good night here.
Truthfully, the only thing that I think fucking bangs is because it's heavy techno. Heavy techno, techno, heavy techno, techno, heavy techno, techno, heavy techno, techno. That's
We have it techno.
And it
In
rips.
Costa
That's-
Rica, we have some heavy techno
We
too.
That's the
Heavy
best
techno,
shit. But
yeah.
in Australia, we got no fucking good techno
I
going on
see.
in clubs. So
All right,
every single
great.
club here has some heavy ass techno going, and it sounds like fucking fun. And I
Yeah,
want to be
yeah,
there.
yeah.
All right,
I wanna
so
be
let's go with the bad then.
The bad, or probably getting turned away from BERGHAIN, to be honest.
All right. So
Yeah.
BERGHAIN is the bad.
I mean, I would tell you how good it is if you let me in.
Yeah, I see.
Nah,
All right.
But other than that, it's I'm having a good time so far.
Let's go back with the question. What you would say is the worst thing about Berlin scenery? So the knockoff of the BERGHAIN, or what else?
I mean, the worst thing is probably, I mean, if you're not into techno, you'll probably have a bad time, honestly. 'Cause
Well, I see that there's plenty of different parties here.
I think I think the worst thing is the mystic of it all, right? There's a number of clubs in Berlin, and you rock up to the door, and you go there with the idea that you have less than a 50% chance of making it in there.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
it's very, very exclusive. They want to keep a very, very high or specific image, and they don't want
I think
just
there's
anybody coming in.
I think there's a bit of a misdirection about this place because everyone thinks of BERGHAIN number one and they think you're not going to get in because it's BERGHAIN. But I think there's a lot of places that you will get into and you have a really
Yeah.
good time. And everyone sort of thinks of this place as the number one. But in truthful fact, like there's a lot of places that will let you in and you will have a really good time no matter what.
So maybe it's a little bit paradoxical with the BERGHAIN itself, because it's like we include everyone, but actually we don't.
Well, it's just places like this.
I see.
It's just places like this. And I can understand that because I'm not angry about getting turned down.
All right.
I don't think anyone here is angry about it.
But I want to get in really fucking bad.
Well, me too. I
If
wanted to get in too, but they don't allow me to get in.
can
Not even with a cell phone.
If the
And I-
staff of
and I want to get the
BERGHAIN are
camera in.
listening, if the staff of BERGHAIN are listening, I really want to get in there.
You can understand it though. Like they need it needs to be like if they let everyone in, what kind of place would it be?
All right, that's fair enough. I have a few more questions just to close it up. Well, what's your age group, if you may share?
25.
We're all 25.
25.
You're 25. All right.
Yourself? Yourself?
I'm 31.
31.
Yeah, I'm 31.
Have you tried to get in?
Yeah, have you got?
No. The thing is,
This and
Yeah, we'll turn it around. Yeah.
well, I'm mostly doing that all day.
Hey, let us interview you now. Let us interview you now. That's it.
Great. No, well, you can do questions as well for sure, but it's not about me, but about you guys.
Have you tried to get in
Well,
before?
At any
this is my first time traveling ever once again. So this is my first time in Berlin. I have 5 days here.
He's deflecting.
No, I'm just trying to give you context, okay? So when I was doing research to document inside the clubs here, everybody says that's a big no-no. So I didn't even try to investigate BERGHAIN because it's like the biggest one. But for instance, I investigate Tresor, Watergate, KitKat, and many others. And in theory, I have like a free pass for a few of them.
Oh, really?
But I cannot bring a camera
Yeah.
or a cell phone. But my idea is to document it by writing. So in that way I can talk about it.
Have you made it into here?
No, once again, I have never even
Never tried,
liked to try because of what I know.
At the end of the day, we absolutely fucking love techno music, and we've come from Australia to try and get into this fucking place because we want to hear like the grassroots Berlin techno scene. That's all we want to fucking hear.
All right, I would recommend you to go to Costa Rica next time. They will not knock you off, and we have spectacular techno guys out there. Yeah, for sure. And many of them are my.
We're going to Costa Rica next.
Many of them are my personal friends.
Really?
So if you can go, I can even give you tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see. And the last question is, what do you think about the drug use in Berlin in club scene? What is your opinion about it?
I don't think we've been here long enough to experience it. But we've got a rough idea.
Also, people do drugs fucking everywhere, right?
Sure.
In Australia, everyone does so many fucking party drugs. But the thing with Australian party drugs is they all fucking suck because it has to come so far away and people cut it with all kinds of shit. I feel like
It always
over
happens.
here, it is so much purer, it is so much better, and I feel like there's a lot more of an accepting nature about it. And
But don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No, we hate drugs.
Don't do drugs.
It's a good assessment. What about you guys?
In moderation.
In moderation?
Look, if you do anything in moderation, you know what you're taking.
Yeah. Safe environment.
You're always going to have a good time.
Surround
Alright.
yourself with good friends, good
Exactly.
people, you'll be right.
Yeah, and then you're fine.
And that's the last question for you guys. And thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
The last question will be is more a question like just a petition. Can you give me and our viewers something positive, perhaps? What makes you sleep at night? What makes you wake up? What is something that motivates you keep going?
hanging out with my fucking friends and having the best time ever. It doesn't matter
Hanging
what
out
we're
with
doing.
these boys.
It doesn't
traveling
matter
the
what we're
world.
doing.
You only live once.
Having
live
enough
your life. Live
Making
your life.
enough money to come to places like
Camera
this.
down here.
Exactly.
Camera down here. Watch these.
Look at
two
these
right now.
fucking
No, I don't wanna be on
Get him in
camera.
here, get him in here.
Having
They
enough
didn't want-
money
they
to
didn't
come to
want-
places like this.
You only
Alright.
live once.
And
Experience the
experiencing
world.
the culture.
Doesn't
doing
matter.
what you want to do.
You're never
Alright.
too old.
That's what it is.
Never too old.
You're never too fucking
Thank
old.
you.
You
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
Is there any way, can we follow you? Can we?
Sure,
any way
let's
we're gonna-
link. Let's link.
Even
Hi, thank you so much for reaching into this part of the video. That was part of the fifth day on Berlin and part 2 of the block 4. Well, basically, something that maybe we did not discuss in the interview is that these Australians at the end, they have tried to get into BERGHAIN, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 times, and they have to fly over 20 hours to do that. And this is their second or third attempt, and they fail. So it seems like there is a big cultural movement of trying to get into the bar, and people not being able to do it. That's a little bit sad, but just wanted to let you know that was like a key big part of the story with these Australians. And that's it. Please, if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And if something you think that might be better, you can also leave your feedback
in the comment section. That's it. There is a few more interviews like this where I discuss the techno scene in Berlin, but also about fashion and other stuff. And those will be in English, of course, because that's the language I could speak with these people there. So thank you so much and watch you until the next clip. Bye.